Podcast, and Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Here we are. So we're going to do a quick round table with introductions of everybody that's here today. And then we're going to talk about some fun and cool things that you should think about doing in Frisco in 2019. I'm Scott Ellis. I'm the host of the Frisco Podcast and a co-founder. And we also have with us today a whole bunch of people from our team. Nicole?
I'm Nicole Baron, the editor of Lifestyle Frisco, and I've lived in Frisco since 2006 and in North Texas my entire life.
Oh, wow. I'm Morgan Kaczynski, senior business writer, and I'm going on year 6 in Frisco.
Woo-hoo.
And I'm Yvonne Brown, senior contributing writer for Lifestyle Frisco, and I am just about 8 years in Frisco.
Same here. I'm Kelly Walker, director of client services. I'm in year 9 of Frisco, but have been around the area for about 15.
Yeah. And I'm Wendy McGowan Ellis, co-founder and CEO. And this is year 8 to 9 for me also, but I came here originally in 2003 and was here till 2005 and then lived in Uptown Dallas from 2005 to 2000. When did we move
12.
back? 12. Thank you. So now we've been here married and happy from 2012 to now 2019.
To be clear, we were happy before 2012, but we've been here since 2012.
No one's
But
happy
we
on
were
town.
happy together. Now we're happy together.
No, we were happy together before 2012. We didn't get married.
Oh,
in
that's true.
2012.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I just don't want
Okay.
there to be any misconceptions
Right,
about that. Yeah, and I actually moved to Frisco in
Too much
2004,
math.
and then also moved into Uptown from 2008 to 2012, and have been back ever since. So
Yeah.
it's usually easier to say I've been here since 2004.
Well, collectively,
counts.
we've got a lot of years
There's a
in
lot
this
of
area
years.
We do.
to speak
Yes.
from, don't we?
Yes, and we've all seen changes.
And
Definitely.
so much has happened, and so much has changed over the years in Frisco. And we know how fast the years go by and how much new stuff is popping up all the time in Frisco. So we thought it would be fun to talk about what are some of the things that are standout items, things to do, places to go in Frisco that a lot of people maybe haven't had a chance to take advantage of yet. And so we want to call them out and give you guys some good ideas for things to do in 2019. So who wants to go first?
I'm going
and
first.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going first
What do
because
you
I've made this also a New Year's resolution. So Scott and I just moved and we're in a new house, and my commitment for 2019 is to really get into gardening. Like I am committing to that, and I am joining the Frisco Garden Club this year.
Oh, fun.
And just gonna learn how to be more proactive about digging in the dirt and maybe growing some vegetables, definitely some flowers, and doing some of our own landscaping rather than paying somebody else to do it. So that's my big one to get involved with the Frisco Garden Club this year.
You know, one of our other writers, Emily McCord, also likes gardening. The two of you could. I have no
absolutely.
green
Yeah.
thumb whatsoever.
Oh,
and
me
it won't be
either.
happening. Although I do recall, Wendy, my dear esteemed supervisor, friend, and whatnot, inviting all of us to come over and help.
Oh yes,
So this very creative, like,
in
oh, we're gonna have a gardening party.
In April, I have a ladies group that gets together quarterly, and in April there will be a planting party at the Ellis
Planting.
household.
I think that's very clever.
Yes, it is. It's going to be all of you just like having to dig 1 or 2 times in the dirt and then setting a plant in. Like I'm going to buy all the flowers, I'm going to buy all the plants, all the spades,
just
and
deliver.
everything.
Oh,
Just everybody. If everybody will plant 2 plants, then we can come back inside and have more wine. I mean, how fun would that be?
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
No,
that's a planting
that's
party.
really
There's
fun.
5-minute
wine, I
planting
suppose.
party.
I know. Like, are there
I
boxes
suppose I
we
could
can
do
move
your
to?
planting
Or
for you.
Yes.
rooms we can paint?
Yeah, no, that's going to be
Yes,
way
actually.
done.
If you'd like to come over, I'll provide the
Anyone
wine
we
for
can be
that.
babysitting? Or
Oh my goodness.
I have another
anyway.
one. It's top of mind because it's a little more, we just did it recently, the turkey trot. I know it sounds like it's far away, but we register every year. It's a tradition we've done in like July.
Yeah.
When they start sending out notes. So put that on your to-do for 2019.
That
It's
is a
a really
fun
fun
event.
It was
thing that happens in
so
Frisco. The North Texas Turkey Trot, not the Dallas one.
Yes, the one in Frisco Square. So
a big
yes,
one.
we started this past year being the official media sponsor and Frisco media sponsor for the Turkey Trot, and we had a fantastic time on Christmas.
We really did.
the lines
on
were
Thanksgiving
around
morning.
the block.
It was.
I mean, how many people do you think
Well,
At a
there
time.
was. I
10,000?
want to say they said 8,000
Yeah.
ran this past November, and we had probably 2,000 of those people come through our step and repeat and get their
Wow.
picture taken.
It's a good
which was
time.
awesome.
And you
Yeah.
can go from anything. I mean, my friend's 96-year-old grandmother walked the mile. So anybody can go.
Seriously.
Whether
Well,
you
and
just
it
want to walk a
seemed
few minutes
like-
or run 10K.
It
So-
seemed like such a family tradition, like
And dogs.
and
A lot of
dogs.
families.
Lots of
Yeah,
dogs,
lots of
canines.
pets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
strollers, the whole
Yeah, it
lot.
was the
So
whole
that's
thing.
a big one for us. It's always on our
Love it.
That's
on
a
our
good one.
to-do
That's
list.
a great one.
So I couldn't, get involved in this without mentioning somewhere in the rail
The
district
rail
for
district.
2019.
We should have all said that together.
Hashtag
We're all
rail
thinking it.
district. So it is a huge year for them. The downtown master plan has been approved, and soon we hope things will start moving. Already we've seen some changes in 2018, but there's one place down there which eventually will form the core of what's going to be the design district, and it's near the railway tracks. So everybody goes to Babes, right? And I do know some people who don't like Babes, but it is popular. Right next door is the Heritage Centre, and it is amazing. So if you want to know more and more and more, you think you can read on the internet, yes you can, and you can look up books, but go to the Heritage Centre and experience the history
Yes.
of Frisco.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever wondered where all those names and the different streets and the different schools
Yes,
come from? Like,
yes.
for example, one that struck me, because I have friends whose kids go to Kurtzinger Elementary. Mr. Kurtzinger was a major figure in downtown Frisco. He had, like, if anybody watched Little House on the Prairie, the Olson's Mercantile, he had the store in Frisco, and there's a whole history about him, for example, and his family and how the premises was handed down. And all these different exhibits, and some of them are interactive, but it's just really a really nice place to wander around. It's not huge, it doesn't take too much time, and it's a good place to bring your family and friends from out of town even, and kids will love it too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the second grade field trip in
Yeah,
Frisco.
that's right.
Did any of you do that?
Yeah.
Yes. So my daughter's doing that this Friday, in fact, and I
Oh,
wasn't
good.
able to be a chaperone. But if you have the opportunity to chaperone your kiddos' field trip there, totally worth it because it's inexpensive, it's fun, and they take you through all of that history, and you may not
Kids
make time
love
for
it.
it otherwise. So just go on the field trip. It's really cool, actually. Yeah.
And another thing about that whole area, it's a really good photo taking place.
Yes.
Totally
Yeah.
for like family
Definitely.
photos, those
The
perfect
schoolhouse
Christmas
steps,
cards.
all
do
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
the trains, everything around there.
So it's like an outdoor and indoor museum exhibit, the works, but
Very
well-
interactive
cool.
too.
Yeah, well worth going. So
I'm
the
not even a
Heritage
history
Museum.
person, and I valued it. I think it's cool. Yeah.
Me
It's a great
either.
resource that a lot of towns don't have something quite like that.
Yeah.
Especially
And
towns our size.
And a lot of it is like obviously the early 1900s when Frisco was really founded, but really cool place to go. So that would be my recommendation
call.
for 2019.
Wow.
Excellent.
Well,
Love it.
both my boys play ice hockey, so we spend a lot of time in the rink, but we actually have in Frisco, we're like one of the only cities that have 4 minor league, major league teams, whatever, the Legends, the soccer team, who's I'm spacing on the name now. Right. So we're going to go and try and make at least one game. We're going to have to buy another lottery ticket because
Oh my God.
it's a little pricey.
Those are all
but
on my to-do list.
Yes.
So actually, I think we have 6 teams.
Well,
Six
it
teams.
depends on
We
how
have-
you want to
Yeah.
count. If you want to
Yeah.
count who live here or like are headquartered here, the Stars,
right.
the
Right.
Mavs minor league team, the Texas Legends, FC Dallas. We have Major League Lacrosse now.
Yes.
We have the
those
Rough
Dallas
Riders, which is
Rattlers.
a minor league team of the
Yes.
Rangers. We also have the
Revolution.
Revolution.
The Revolution.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
the Revolution?
The Sidekicks are back on too, and
It's like
they're one
arena
city
football.
over. But
It's
Yeah,
indoor.
that's right.
Yeah.
Arena football.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
make the rounds
Yeah.
just doing sports.
Very
And those
easy.
are on my list. And like the way we do them, we do tailgate. We do a lot.
Well,
Even
you
just
go to the
FC
soccer
Dallas is
games
like
all
a
the time,
7-hour
right? You're the
event for
reason
us.
why I'm like I need to go
Yes.
check out FC Dallas because I always
Hit
see
me
you.
up. I'll let you know where to sit. FC Dallas or Rough Riders.
Yeah, Kelly is
Be
our
out of the
internal,
sun.
like,
I
expert.
can tell you where to sit.
Oh, excellent. Yay.
Which gate to go in, where
Oh,
park.
that's right, because it is
Where the
like
concession
110
stands are.
in the shade during their season.
Yeah, I know all
Yikes.
the tricks.
Oh. Is there a $1 beer day like Rough Riders?
Rough Riders there are, and the Legends there are on Wednesdays.
Lots of
FC Dallas, no.
No.
Tailgate, that's why you tailgate.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
See, you good smarts.
She does know it all.
That's a
Rough
great
Riders have
call,
a
though.
ton of promo days.
They do.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
saw.
Oh, yeah.
I go to Grease Day. I found. who's the guy from Chips?
Dude, Perfect was their big one this year.
Yeah,
Punch
he
or
was
John?
there. Punch, I think, was there one day, and then there was a Back to the Future night. We're really cool.
They are big on promos.
You mean Chips the Show?
Yeah,
from
girl,
the
like
80s.
Chips
Oh my
the
God!
Show.
After school every day, I
Eric
watched
Estrada.
that
It was
punk
Eric
show. Yeah,
Estrada.
Eric Estrada. Yeah. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yeah,
we
well,
had that
down.
night too.
I
Yeah.
waited on that line for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then accidentally threw away the autograph, but I got it. And
So fun.
There's also some stuff that happens there that's not Rough Riders, but that should be on your list too. Like the Dallas Cowboys usually do a home run derby where the players and the coaches are hitting.
I went to that. That was fun.
And the
I had no idea.
Red River rivalry softball game is there.
Yeah.
And Dirk always has his softball game
Matthew
there.
McConaughey.
There's a lot of stuff that happens there. Like, we'll have to watch for those things
Yeah.
too.
Wait, have you been in the pool yet? Has anyone been in the
No,
pool?
but that's on my
No.
list. One of these days.
Oh, I'm not going in.
I'd go in. I think
I'm
it'd
not
be
getting in a
fun.
bathing suit and getting
The
on
lazy
the
river?
That's like the one time
Yeah,
in the
it's the lazy
Jumbotron
river.
is when I'm finally
Yeah.
there in a bathing suit and
No,
I'll
I
be
don't
like,
think
kiss cam and
That's an awesome thing
That's
to
a
do,
good
though.
point.
That's a
Yeah.
Facebook Live moment for hashtag
yeah.
Frisco.
Yeah.
You're,
You'll catch me.
it's on record
I'll
now.
stay
You got
behind
to
the
do that.
camera
Yeah.
for that one.
All right,
Yeah.
Nicole, what are you going to do this year?
What am I going to do? Is Traintopia still going? Is that
Yes,
ongoing?
that's
Because
permanent.
Traintopia, we actually promised my father-in-law, who loves, like, what do you buy for him? I never know what to buy him, so we gave him way back on Father's Day. Like, we're going to take you to Traintopia, and we have yet to do it. It's terrible. So we're going to go to that. It's that very cool train display that was donated. It's like worth $1 million.
Yes.
It was donated to the Frisco, the American Railroad Museum.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and my little boy loves trains, loves all that stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
I think
Where
that would be
is that?
really super fun.
I've never heard of that.
It's at the American Railroad Museum, which I'm
yes.
probably
Well,
saying that not
You were
perfectly.
there.
That's right.
Kelly?
Yeah.
You
So
covered
it's
it.
in the same building as SciTech Discovery Center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That theater. You go in the main doors and
okay.
you,
By
you
base,
basically
right?
go straight back
Yes.
Yes.
into a space there. So it's
And
kind of in
there's a video
between the
game
theater
museum
and
over
the
there.
Right
SciTech
in
Museum.
there. Yeah.
Yes, I want to do. Yes, right by the video game museum, which
That
I've not
place
done
is
that yet
dope.
either.
It's so
weird.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Video game
It is
museum is
cool.
great.
Personally, not into video games like at all. I would love my Nintendo though when I was a
Then
middle
go.
schooler.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause that stuff's there.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
They
a great
recreate a
throwback.
bedroom and yeah.
We were
Yeah,
there
put
for
that
the
on my
grand
list.
opening, and I was really impressed
Really?
at what a good job they had done. I thought video game museum, how do you even really pull that off
Right.
and make it kind of cool and interesting? And they knocked it out of the
amazing.
park.
Takes
It's
you
a
back.
really
It
neat
really
thing.
does.
takes you back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So I highly recommend that one.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to do this year is I want to get out and hit all of the parks in
I was
Frisco.
just gonna say
we have
that.
so many
Yes.
good
Yes,
parks
definitely.
and outdoor areas that the city
And the trails
has
are
invested
just getting
in.
better.
And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
most of them I have not seen. I have not been to
Yeah.
them for any reason. And I know that there's some really beautiful areas out there and great places just to go get outdoors. So
Yeah.
my
Do
goal
you
is to hit
ride-
the parks this year. Get
Do you
outside
ride
a little
bikes? Do you ride
bit.
bikes?
I don't really.
Okay, well, one on my list is the Pump Park. If anybody
Where's that?
like,
Pump Park?
so we go as a family. It's I don't know the exact. You go up 423 and you turn right like before a cemetery or after a cemetery. I'm sorry, I'll have to
Oh, so practically
find the
Little Elm.
actual. It's a park.
Uh-huh.
And it's called a Pump Park, and it's big hills made for dirt biking and it's so fun.
Do you
dirt
It's
bike?
like-
Wow.
Yeah. Well, not like bicycle.
motorcycles.
Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah,
Like,
Oh, you use a
mountain,
bicycle.
mountain bikes,
Biking.
trail
It's
bikes.
not like motor
Right.
cross
Yeah.
or whatever.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Not
not
that.
tomorrow. I'm off to dirt bike.
And like even we've been, I'd say age 6 or 7, the kids can do there's a little track, and then there's like big hills that I'm terrified to do.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole, like anybody could go check it out.
Fun.
Pump Park.
As your editor, again, I have to wonder where's my article?
I know, yeah. Okay, oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's so much coming up here we can do, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully that's a handful of good ideas. That'll carry at least halfway through the year, if not more,
Right.
of doing things that you haven't done in Frisco. But we would also love to hear from you guys. If you're tuning in, leave us a
Absolutely.
comment in the comments on this post on Facebook, wherever you see it, and let us know what do you want to get out and do in Frisco this year that you haven't done yet. And keep your eyes open because we're going to do another post, a 2019 version of things to get out and do in Frisco. So that should be coming out pretty soon. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. And thank you again all for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming out to take part in the podcast and share your ideas with us.
Yes, we love our Lifestyle Frisco family.
That's right.
It's fun.
All
And
right.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year,
Frisco.
everybody.
Happy New Year!
We'll talk to you next time.
You're listening to RMCN. the digital destination for premium talk radio.